Walking, especially after 60, is more than just movement. It becomes a kind of medicine, free, accessible, and backed by real science. Studies now show that walking regularly can help reduce the risk of heart disease, stroke, type 2 diabetes, dementia, and even depression. But here's the catch. After 60, your body doesn't work the way it used to. Joints are stiffer. Muscles recover slower. Balance becomes more fragile. So the goal isn't to walk like you're in your 20s. The goal is to walk with consistency, intention, and a purpose behind every step. And that brings us to the big question. How many steps should someone over 60 actually be walking each day? You've heard 10,000 steps. You've heard 30 minutes of brisk walking. But let's clear the air, because the science tells a slightly different story. And as someone who's lived through it, let me tell you, it's not about chasing a number. It's about building a rhythm that your body can depend on. In this video, a 100-year-old doctor who has walked the walk and talked the talk reveals her ultimate secret. Before we continue, we welcome you all, our seniors, to our channel. May you continue to live strong and healthy. Kindly support us by hitting the subscribe button, like, share, and comment. Let us know where you're watching from and how many steps you're walking daily. If you're currently not walking, what's stopping you? She will take us through her daily walk routine. When people ask me how I made it to 100, still walking on my own 2 feet, still thinking clearly, still waking up each morning with peace in my chest and purpose in my heart, I tell them this. I didn't find the secret in a pill bottle. I didn't find it in fancy diets or new age gadgets. I found it in something so simple, so ordinary, that most people overlook it every single day. Walking. Not marathons, not running up hills. Just walking. Every day. With intention, rhythm, and consistency. As a doctor, I spent 70 years watching patients age, some gracefully, others tragically. And I can tell you now, with all the clarity of a man who's outlived 3 generations, how much you walk each day after 60 will predict how long you live and how well. In this video, I'll share the truth most doctors don't bother to say, the prescription I've quietly lived by for decades. We'll count down 7 walking mistakes seniors make, and I'll reveal exactly how many minutes you should walk each day to protect your heart, sharpen your brain, reduce pain, and add not just years to your life, but life to your years. This isn't just advice. This is the routine that helped me walk into 100, and I believe it can help you walk into 80, 90, or beyond with strength and dignity. Let's begin, because your next walk could change everything. What research says about seniors and daily walking. In all my years of practicing medicine, I've seen a lot of health trends come and go. But walking has stood the test of time. It's the one thing that every study, every century, and every long-living person seems to have in common. There's a reason walking is often called the perfect exercise. It's low impact, free, accessible, and most importantly, it adapts to your body, your age, and your pace. But if you've ever asked, how many steps do I really need to walk after 60? You're not alone. What does the research say? For years, people believed in the magic number, 10,000 steps a day. It became a global standard. You see it on fitness trackers, pedometers, and wellness blogs. But here's the truth. That number didn't come from science. It came from marketing. It originated from a Japanese pedometer company in the 1960s. Catchy? Yes. Accurate for seniors? Not exactly. Modern research has now shown something much more realistic and more encouraging, especially for people over 60. A landmark study from Harvard, 2019. This study followed over 16,000 older women, tracking their step count and health outcomes. The findings were powerful. Women who walked just 4,400 steps per day had significantly lower mortality rates than those who walked less. The more steps they took, the greater the benefit, up to about 7,500 steps. After 7,500 steps, the benefits plateaued, meaning you don't need 10,000 steps to improve your health. Translation for seniors. If you're over 60, 4,000 to 6,000 steps per day is a solid, sustainable goal. 7,000 to 7,500 steps is the sweet spot for major health benefits. Even 2,500 to 3,500 steps daily is better than doing nothing at all. At 100, I'm not chasing 10,000 steps. I aim for 5,000. Some days I do more, some days a little less. But I've walked every single day for over 40 years. And that's what made the difference. What happens when seniors walk daily, even just 20 to 30 minutes? Improved heart health, lowers blood pressure and cholesterol, stronger legs and joints, reduces arthritis pain and stiffness. Better balance, lowers risk of falls, fractures, and hospital stays. Sharpened memory and mood, stimulates the brain and reduces risk of dementia. Stronger immune system, boosts circulation, white blood cell activity, and inflammation control. Improved sleep, resets the circadian rhythm naturally. And perhaps most importantly, you stay independent. You keep your legs strong, your lungs working, and your confidence up. So how many steps should you walk? Here's what the 100-year-old doctor recommends. If you're just starting out, aim for 3,000 steps a day. That's about 30 minutes of movement, broken up however you like. 10 minutes in the morning, 10 after lunch, 10 in the evening. If you're already active, go for 5,000 to 7,000 steps, but don't push too hard. What matters is consistency, not speed or distance. And if you can only do 1,000 today, that's fine. Walk again tomorrow, and again the next day, because walking adds up. Next, we will look at the most common mistakes seniors make with walking and how to avoid them. Walking saved my life, but I've also seen it done wrong. Too fast, too hard, or too little. Just because it's simple doesn't mean you can't mess it up. Walking is one of the safest and most effective forms of exercise, when done right. But many seniors unknowingly make mistakes that limit the benefits or worse, increase their risk of injury. Here are the most common walking mistakes seniors over 60 make, and how to avoid them. Walking only when you feel like it. Relying on motivation is a trap, especially when you're older and your energy varies from day to day. If I only walked when I felt like it, I'd be dead already, the doctor chuckles. Discipline over motivation. Make it a non-negotiable part of your day, like brushing your teeth. Schedule your walk. Choose a consistent time each day, like after breakfast or before dinner. Treat it like medicine, because it is. 2. Walking too fast or too long at first. A lot of seniors, especially those who used to be athletic, try to jump into long, intense walks, but this can lead to knee or hip pain, overexertion, fatigue, or dizziness. This isn't a race. You're walking for longevity, not a trophy. Start slow. Begin with 5 to 10 minutes, then build gradually. Let your body adapt before increasing distance or speed. 3. Poor footwearing. Old, worn-out shoes, or the wrong type altogether, is one of the most common mistakes. It leads to arch pain, back discomfort, higher risk of tripping. I always tell my patients, your shoes are your foundation. Would you build a house on a shaky foundation? Invest in supportive, well-cushioned walking shoes designed for seniors. Look for non-slip soles and proper arch support. 4. Walking indoors all the time. Treadmills and hallways are fine in bad weather, but your body needs natural light. It resets your internal clock, boosts vitamin D, and improves mood. Every morning, I'd walk outside and let the sun hit my face. That's where the day begins. Not with pills, but with light. Try to walk outside at least 3 to 4 times per week. Even short walks in the garden or around the block help. 5. Not listening to your body. Some seniors ignore early warning signs, knee pain, shortness of breath, or dizziness, and keep pushing. That's dangerous. Pain is a whisper. If you don't listen, it starts shouting. Listen to your body. Rest if needed. Adjust your pace, and if something feels wrong, talk to your doctor before continuing. Making it boring. If walking feels like a chore, you won't stick with it. And consistency is the key to seeing real benefits. Add variety. Walk with a friend, change your route, listen to calming music, or even pray or reflect while walking. Make it your time. Walking isn't just about exercise, it's about claiming a small part of each day for yourself, for your body, your brain, and your spirit. The doctor's simple daily walking prescription. Over the years, I've written thousands of prescriptions, but the one I stand by most doesn't come in a bottle. It comes with a pair of shoes. Walking is powerful, but it works best when it's structured, personalized, and consistent. That's why this 100-year-old doctor created a simple, adaptable prescription for seniors based on 3 fitness levels: beginner, intermediate, and active. because not everyone is the same, and not everyone needs to be. Level 1. Just getting started, new or inactive seniors. You've been mostly sedentary, maybe dealing with stiffness, arthritis, or recovering from illness. That's okay. When I tell patients to walk, I don't mean walk a mile tomorrow. I mean start where you are and walk into better health one step at a time. Prescription, goal, 3,000 steps per day, approx 20-30 minutes. How? Break it into 3 sessions of 10 minutes, morning, midday, evening. Pace, comfortable. You should be able to talk without losing breath. Progress, add 500 to 1,000 steps per week over time. Tip, use a step counter, pedometer, smartwatch, or free phone app. Not to obsess over numbers, but to stay aware and motivated. Level 2. Moderate activity, occasional walkers or retired professionals. You walk a few times per week or have experience with physical activity. This group sees the fastest gains. Just a little more structure makes a big difference. Prescription, goal, 5,000 to 6,000 steps per day, approx 40 to 50 minutes. How? Walk in 2 20 to 25 minute blocks, or 1 longer session. Pace, moderate. Breathing slightly heavier, but still able to talk. Progress, try new routes, add light hills or longer walks weekly. Tip, build it into your daily routine, after breakfast, after dinner, or a regular walking buddy schedule. Make it automatic. Level 3, active and independent seniors. You're already active, gardening, light workouts, or walking regularly. Now we optimize for longevity and strength. At this stage, walking becomes a shield against heart attacks, cognitive decline, and frailty. Prescription, goal, 6,500 to 7,500 steps per day, approx 60 minutes. How? Walk once daily or break it into a morning plus evening split. Pace, brisk but safe, no need to power walk. Add-ons, try adding 5 minutes of uphill walking or uneven terrain once or twice a week to build stability and balance. Tip, mix in purpose, walking to the market, walking in nature, or exploring parks. Keep the habit meaningful. Remember the doctor's golden rule. I don't care how fast you go or how many steps you miss. I care that you keep walking, because when you walk, you tell your body, I'm still here, I'm still moving, I'm still living. This is not a competition, it's a rhythm, a commitment to showing up for your health, one step at a time. Why I still walk every day. There's a photo on my wall. I'm standing with my great-grandchildren in a field, the sun behind us, everyone smiling. That photo was taken on my 99th birthday, after I had just finished a 1-mile walk. I remember thinking, this is why I kept going. This is why I walked. Not for muscles, not for numbers, but for moments like that. After a century of living, 100 years filled with births and funerals, joy and sorrow, patience and progress, the doctor's most consistent companion was his daily walk. It was where he processed stress, where he reconnected with nature, where he preserved his independence, long after most had lost theirs. The deeper meaning behind walking. At first, walking was just exercise, but as the years went by, it became something more, a time for reflection, a rhythm that brought peace, a way to manage emotions, grief, and transitions. And a daily reminder that motion is life. When I walked, I wasn't just moving my legs. I was taking back control of my day, my body, and my aging. I couldn't stop time, but I could meet it on my terms. He recalls patients who ignored his advice, who sat too long, rested too much, and slowly gave up their mobility. And then he remembers others, those who walked with their spouses hand in hand, who started with just 5 minutes a day, and who, decades later, were still walking alongside him. The aging curve you can influence. People think aging is a cliff. One day you're fine, the next day you fall. But it's not. It's a slope. And how fast you slide depends on what you do daily. Walking slows the slope. Some of us, we never reach the bottom. And it's not just about quantity of life. It's about quality. Being able to carry groceries at 80, walking without fear of falling at 85, dancing at your granddaughter's wedding at 90, going for a peaceful morning stroll at 100. Every step you take now is a gift to your future self. A lasting prescription. So here it is, the final most important prescription the 100-year-old doctor wants to leave with anyone over 60 watching this. Walk every day. Even if it's slow. Even if it's short, just walk. Don't stop moving, because the day you stop walking is the day your body starts forgetting how. Start small. Stay consistent. Walk with someone you love. Or walk alone in peace, but walk like your life depends on it, because in many ways, it does. To everyone watching this, whether you're 60, 70, or well into your 80s, remember, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to keep showing up. Start with 3,000 steps, work your way up, and let walking become your personal path to strength, clarity, and longer life. Now tell us in the comments, how often do you walk, and what's your goal starting today? And if this video inspired you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more practical, powerful health tips from Health and Wellness Affairs, where we bring timeless wellness to your golden years. We'll see you on your next walk.